Hey YouTubers, it's me again. Just wanted to give you guys a walkthrough of my flight sim. It's been a while and I know I haven't posted any new videos. Currently I'm in or out from Hillsboro, Oregon to Las Vegas, Nevada. Let's check it out here. So I'm going to start from the very beginning of my sim and I'm going to go over piece by piece everything that's been done to it. So, brief overview here. Got the overhead panel, the 40-inch TV for the monitor, the main instrument panel, and the MCP. You got your engine monitoring, throttle quad and trim, and then this is my radio stack. So I'll go through each piece individually. Let's start off down here from the general aviation panel from GoFlight. Single engine control module, SECM. Been very helpful for when I fly single engine, dual engine airplanes, general aviation obviously. Coming on up here, more GoFlight. At the bottom you can see the switch panel. Then we got two RP48s, and then we got a P8, but that's been modified. All the LEDs from it actually run this unit. So if I were to hit the recall button here, it would light up those, and it does actually do the recall feature. So if there were any failures, they would display on my 6-pack. And so that's my modified P8 panel, which also the other functions are listed, and they do work, such as the fire test with warning, and then the overspeed test, recall, and all of those functions are usable in the sim. This is a WP6 push button warning panel from GoFlight. I love it. It's fantastic for all of these features. The master caution, fire warning, PETO, and then all of the reset features. This is a dummy panel. Those switches are purely for looks, or knobs are just for looks. You maybe eventually make them functional, but just for looks. The MIP itself is just two 17-inch monitors placed behind the plywood. And then moving on up, we've got the Focus, possibly, I don't know, but the GoFlight EFIS and the GoFlight MCP Pro. And then all the lighting is just done with an LED lighting strip that I bought off of Amazon. Moving down the line, this is my auto brake panel. Focus, possibly, I don't know, but my auto brake panel, it's just a piece of plastic, there we go, some paper. The knob right here is functional, and the switch here is functional. These two are purely for decoration. And then that big giant cable routes up to the overhead panel where there's a GoFlight DO board that it's plugged into. Once again, all the gauges are being displayed by a 17-inch monitor behind the panel. The landing gear is functional with LEDs to indicate green to red from extended to safe. It does have up and down. Middle is not really functional, but it's all held in place with Velcro behind the scenes, and then two switches connected to another GoFlight board. Moving down the line. So this is my Samsung tablet via ProSim is hooked up for the CDU. Once again, another 17-inch monitor behind this metal structure for the lower display unit. There we go, sorry about the shakiness there. And the other CDU is purely just on the screen. That's the 17-inch screen that's behind there. Moving down the line, trim wheel by Satec, throttle quadrant by GoFlight, and we got the speed brake, possible focus, I don't know, there we go, speed brake. And then this one is flaps and indicated from all the way up to 40 degrees flaps. Reverse thrust does work, as well as the toga, the takeoff, go around, and then the autopilot disconnect. All of that is very functional. Moving down the line, another switch panel from GoFlight. These are two radio panels from GoFlight. They're much older and they're about twice the size of any of their newer products each, so they take up quite a bit of room. And then down here I've got a SATEC radio panel, and I've also got a SATEC autopilot panel. The SATEC autopilot panel is used for flying general aviation aircraft, and the one up on the MIP from GoFlight is used purely with ProSim for flying the 737. So you guys have seen majority of the sim there. We're going to move. Main display unit is a 40-inch TV HDMI 1080p from Amazon. Wasn't very expensive, and it does a really good view from the exterior as well as when you're changing views. It does look fairly decent, and we're passing right by a mountain too. Awesome. Can't really complain. As close as I'm sitting, it looks a little pixelated, but once again, can't really complain. It's a great monitor. Moving to the overhead panel, so we are looking at another GoFlight switch panel. This is a homemade engine start APU start panel, and then another GoFlight switch panel. And then up here we have the GoFlight ATC panel. And then as far as the overhead itself, I built these panels out of foam board and paper, and then I added my switches and LEDs, and some are fully functional, some are a dummy, much as those knobs are purely decoration, but those are functional. And there's LEDs, probably about 60 LEDs mounted in the overhead already that are also functional, as well as, I would say, all of the switches, just not all the knobs are functional. And so there we go. Fuel panel. There are no gauges in my overhead, purely just switches and LEDs. And all of the wiring is done myself through 3 GoFlight Dio boards. So I built my sim to be my kind of fun, to entertain me in the ways that I want to be entertained. So please rate my video, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think. This has been about a 5-year build for me, and it's been a lot of fun. I fly online with a wonderful group called Eastern Hops. I use both prepared, and I also fly FSX Steam Edition. So once again, everybody, thank you for checking out my video, checking out my sim. I don't even know if I mentioned, but I'm using a SATEC yoke, and then down below my feet is a pair of CH rudder pedals. So once again, people, thank you for watching my almost 10-minute long video. And if you have any questions, feel free to comment, subscribe, and like. Thank you. Have a good day.